We classify inmates into our segregation units for three reasons. First and foremost, disciplinary segregation. Second is for protective custody, and the final is just admin segregation. A little bit about each of them. Disciplinary segregation, first of all, is a punishment, so to say, for those inmates that don't abide by the established jail rules. Second is a protective custody status in its segregation. This is pretty much for those inmates who come in maybe on a high-profile case initially, who I perceive as are going to be threatened by other inmates due to the nature of their cases. We usually see, especially on a major sex abuse case where a child may have been assaulted or something like that, we really got to watch out for the alleged offenders in these cases. Traditionally, these inmates aren't treated well by their peers inside of a correctional setting. Admin segregation was the third one that I mentioned. This is used primarily for our mentally incompetent inmates or inmates who may be suffering from some sort of medical issue, or maybe even drug withdrawal. Out of the 15 cells presently, I believe we have 7 people, but it's usually about half are there for disciplinary out of the 15. So there's 4 different categories of offenses, from more major to minor offenses, and there's a maximum amount of days for each. It's certainly not a means that I particularly like or care for, because it's a lot more work for staff when a person's in seg, because a lot of them people require more direct one-on-one attention. But you know, it'd just be nice if everybody was in a housing unit and we didn't have to worry about checking inmates in each of these single cells type of a thing. But it's just, I mean, mentally ill inmates is a problem not only in Dubuque County but throughout Iowa and throughout the nation. And in my opinion, a lot of these people shouldn't be here. Some of the crimes that they've committed are so petty, but this is the only place society has deemed that they should be, and our hands are tied when it comes to dealing with them. So, you know, segregation is probably the only thing for them inside this setting, for their own safety, for the safety of the people around them, for the overall jail security. So it's certainly a handcuffing situation for us.